暁は集った。コナン、イタチ、ヒサメ、サソリ、デイダラ、カクズ、ヒダン、オロチマ、そしてゼツ。
The Akatsuki is one of the best antagonist groups in anime history. On the surface, they're a group of rogue ninja who wear black robes with red clouds on them. We learn pretty early on that their goal is to capture all the Jinchuriki. But for what purpose? How far beyond the surface does it take to understand the Akatsuki? How deep does their iceberg go? What is going on, guys? I'm Shy Chris, and today we're exploring the Akatsuki iceberg. It's pretty deep, so let's dive right in. The first layer of the iceberg, we have the members.
世界に痛みを。神羅転生。
Next, we're going to be looking into each of the Akatsuki members' goals or their ambitions, including the main plan of the Akatsuki. The Eye of the Moon plan is essentially the main goal of the Akatsuki. It was entrusted to Obito by Madara Uchiha before he died. The plan is to gather all the Jinchuriki and seal them in order to summon the Ten Tails. With the Ten Tails power, the user can cast Infinite Tsukiyomi on the moon to put everyone in a permanent Genjutsu, thus creating a world of dreams. Although this is the main plan of the Akatsuki, a lot of members were either not on board or not aware of this plan. Knowing this, we're going to explore the ideologies or goals of each individual member. Kisame was one of the only Akatsuki members aware of the Eye of the Moon plan. He bought into it after he killed many of his friends and his mentor for the sake of the Mist Village. Obito then approached him, describing the plan as a way to end this world of lies. Itachi's goal has always been to protect the Leaf Village. Even as a rogue ninja, he joined the Akatsuki on the condition that the organization would leave the village alone. Nagato has his own reasons for collecting the 9 Jinchuriki. Although he was aware of the Eye of the Moon plan, he ultimately wanted the power of the Tailed Beast to usher in a world of peace. With the Ten Tails power, he could put an end to all wars, by essentially holding a gun to everyone's head. Konan mainly just wanted to protect Nagato, as they grew up together. Sasori's goal was to achieve immortality and to continue to advance his art. This is what led him to turn his body into a puppet body. In the war arc, a reanimated Sasori receives closure after seeing Kankuro use his puppet body in battle. He has received immortality through his puppets. Deidara was similar to Sasori in that he just wanted to see his art in action, and his art was an explosion. So by self-detonating himself versus Sasuke, he essentially died in the perfect way. Kakuzu's long-term goals were mostly unclear, but as an immortal, he really only ever showed interest in money, as he would often collect bounties on people during their missions. Hidan really didn't care about the Akatsuki. He mainly just wanted people to sacrifice for his Jashin ritual. Setsu was an interesting character because he was the only one who knew about the dark secret of the Eye of the Moon plan. It turns out he was really using everyone all along to bring back Kaguya Otsuki from the dead. At the next layer of the iceberg, we have the formation of the Akatsuki. The original Akatsuki was founded by 3 orphans from the Hidden Rain village. These were Yahiko, Nagato, and Konan. Their goal was to create a world of peace without violence. That was until Danzo of the Hidden Leaf village and Hanzo, the leader of the Hidden Rain village, turned on them, leading to the death of Yahiko. This made Nagato turn his back on the ideals of nonviolence. Nagato would achieve peace by any means necessary now, ultimately leading to him teaming up with Obito, who was originally rejected by Yahiko. Together they formed the new Akatsuki. Now that we understand a little bit about the Akatsuki, let's do a deep dive into their members. The earliest thing we know about Nagato is that when he was a baby, Madara Uchiha implanted Rinnegan into him. Sometime later, during the Second Shinobi War, 2 Leaf Ninja broke into their house and killed Nagato's parents. Only after did the ninja find out they were just civilians. This incident caused Nagato to awaken his Rinnegan for the first time and kill the Leaf Ninja. Now, traveling on his own, he meets 2 other orphans in Yahiko and Konan. Desperate to learn how to defend themselves, they followed the Sannin, who were battling Hanzo, and asked Jiraiya to teach them ninjutsu. Jiraiya trains the orphans for 3 years. During this time, Jiraiya has figured out that Nagato has the Rinnegan, and believes that he's the reincarnation of the Sage of 6 Paths, and that he will use his power to create a world of peace. After Jiraiya's departure, the 3 formed the Akatsuki, wanting to create a world of peace, and the rest is history. At the end of his life, after a conversation with Naruto Uzumaki, Nagato betrays Obito by reviving all of Konoha after he attacked the village. Itachi Uchiha was born to the son of the Uchiha clan leader Fugaku, and as a child he was a prodigy. At the age of 6 he entered the academy and became a genin only 4 months later. At the age of 8 he would awaken and master his Sharingan. At the age of 10 he took and passed the Chunin exam by himself, and moving to the ranks of Anbu soon later. When the Uchiha clan began to plan a coup, Itachi reported the Uchiha's actions to the 3rd Hokage in order to prevent the war. His childhood friend Shisui was going to use a genjutsu on Fugaku to prevent the coup, but Danzo attacked him and stole his eye. Shisui then entrusted Itachi with his other eye and asked him to protect the village before committing suicide. After losing his closest friend, Itachi awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan. With the situation becoming increasingly volatile, Danzo ordered Itachi to exterminate the Uchiha clan. Itachi carried out his mission within the back of his mind, thinking he could potentially save Sasuke. He became the bad guy for the sake of the village, and left as a rogue ninja, joining the Akatsuki. During the time skip, he became internally ill, but stayed alive in order to face Sasuke. It was only after his death that Sasuke realized the truth about Itachi. Kisame was a member of the Hidden Mist village and part of an elite ninja group called the Cypher Division. This division was run by Fuguki. In an encounter of Hidden Leaf Ninja, Kisame was instructed to kill the Cypher Division members in order to keep their intel from being extracted by Hidden Leaf interrogators. After learning that Fuguki was selling information to other ninja villages, Kisame killed him and took Samehada for himself. Soon after, he was approached by Obito. After doing some time as being an assassin, he became a member of the Akatsuki. He was loyal to the cause until the end, choosing to commit suicide instead of revealing information about the Akatsuki when he was interrogated. As a member of the Hidden Waterfall, Kakuzu took on a mission to assassinate Hashirama Senju, the first Hokage, but he ultimately failed. He was treated horribly by his village for this failure of his mission, so he turned his back on them. Kakuzu killed the village elders and took their hearts, and fled the village with the knowledge of their most prized forbidden techniques. He then made a living off bounty hunting and on the black market, and tearing out hearts of powerful shinobi to extend his own lifespan. When Sasori was young, his father and mother were killed in battle, leaving him in the care of his grandmother, Chiyo. Chiyo taught him the art of puppetry, and his amazing talent for the art took over. During the Third Shinobi World War, he earned the nickname Sorcerer of the Red Sand. However, soon after he left the village and turned his body into a puppet body, going along with the desire to create immortal works of art. Soon later, he would assassinate the third Kazekage and turn him into a puppet. In his final battle with Sakura and Chiyo, he showed off a whole arsenal of puppets, including an 100 puppet summon. In the end, he allowed Chiyo to stab him with the father and mother puppets that he created. During his time as a Stone Village shinobi, Deidara became a pupil under Onoki, the third Tushikage. He possessed the explosion release, Kekigenkai, which he used as a member of the Stone's Explosion Corps. Although he was a talented sculptor, Deidara's desire to reach even greater heights in his art led him to steal one of the village's forbidden jutsu techniques that allows him to knead chakra into substances. Deidara's explosive clay was born. While being recruited into the Akatsuki, he fell under one of Itachi's genjutsus, and from that day on he trained his eyes to counter genjutsu, but Sasuke still got him in their battle. Most of the information known about Konan was covered in the Nagato backstory, but she did attempt to kill Obito with a massive paper bomb trap, which forced him to use Izanagi, a jutsu that allows him to become basically immortal for a short period of time. I would deep dive into Hidan, but who would really care? Obito was originally from the Hidden Leaf Village and partners with Kakashi and Rin. After a mission against the Hidden Stone Village, Obito was thought to be dead and entrusted his newly awakened Sharingan eye to Kakashi. He was actually saved though by Madara Uchiha after a boulder crushed nearly half his body. Obito was stuck in Madara's cave while he was recovering, and Madara began to influence him, but his worldview was not yet corrupted. Soon after his recovery, he witnessed Rin's death at the hands of Kakashi. This resulted in him wiping out the Mist Ninja that were chasing them and returning to Madara ready to start the Eye of the Moon plan. He then has a long history of evil deeds, including playing a role in Nagato's corruption, attacking the Leaf Village with the Nine Tails, controlling Yagura, and starting the Fourth Great Shinobi War, and reviving the Ten Tails. In the end, he tried to repent for his actions by helping Kakashi and others fight Madara. The final layer of the iceberg are hidden facts. Despite the main series group, there's actually more Akatsuki members that not many people know about. Orochimaru was an Akatsuki member until he tried to take Itachi's body and failed. Then there's Juzo Biwa, one of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist and Itachi's original partner. He died in a battle with Yagura. Sasuke and Team Taka were also working with Akatsuki for a short period of time. He eventually left the organization, but not after trying to capture Killer Bee. Obito cannot use the Susanoo because he gave his other Mangekyo Sharingan to Kakashi. This is the reason that Obito could enter Kakashi's body and from the afterlife and give him his eyes, so he's able to use the perfect Susanoo in the fight against Kaguya. Naruto and Nagato had the same master in Jiraiya, and they were able to bond over his philosophies, resulting in Nagato's departure from the Akatsuki right before his death. Jiraiya also trained Minato, and Minato trained Kakashi. All these people fought Obito at some point, so essentially, Obito basically lost to Jiraiya. Danzo was the reason for Nagato and Itachi for joining the Akatsuki. He ordered Itachi to assassinate his entire clan, making him an enemy of the village, and as I mentioned, he turned Hanzo against Nagato. Nagato's eyes originally belonged to Madara Uchiha, as he implanted in them when he was very young. In spite of this, Nagato cannot use the Sharingan. Akatsuki, if written a certain way, translate to Red Moon. Kakuzu was said to have multiple partners in the Akatsuki, but he killed them in frustration. The Infinite Tsukiyomi plan, aka the Eye of the Moon, despite Madara thinking it was going to create a world of dreams, is actually used to create an army of white Zetsus and revive Kaguya from the dead. This is the dark secret of the Eye of the Moon plan, only known to Zetsu. Alright guys, that's going to conclude the Akatsuki Iceberg. If you learned something new, don't forget to leave a like. This has been Shy Chris, and peace.